So I'm going to talk about a few different things on this video. The first thing is going to be a merch store. A lot of creators do this. It's nothing new. They start this, and normally the merch they put out there has to do with their channel, right? Like maybe a slogan or something they normally say, or maybe just their channel name. They have many different things, t-shirts, mugs, whatever. And their viewers, they want to support the channel that they listen to, their creator. And, there's nothing wrong with that. It's a great thing. It's another way for creators to make money and to also advertise. So we have a creator that wanted to do the same, start a merch store or a merch line, whatever you want to call it. And that's wonderful. She should be allowed to do it just like every other creator. But here's the thing. You have to do it the right way, right? And she seems to, I don't know. I don't know how, if you can do this, quickly. I don't know how long it takes to try to build your line. I have no clue. I never talked to anybody about it. But this creator, she got it up pretty quick, within a couple of days. Okay, a lot of products, which is awesome. More products than I've ever seen any other creator do, but that's awesome. But there's a problem. She is using an image and a slogan, the exact same words, that belongs to someone else. And some people were pointing that out, and she is saying they are attacking her and bullying her, and she's not going to stand for it. Now, she deleted the comments. Now, the one comment that I seen wasn't so nice, but it wasn't really horrible. Now, the comment basically said that she was stealing someone else's work and what someone else is saying. I don't know about what someone else is saying, but that she is stealing their work and that she contacted that person. I don't know if it was a she. I'm just saying she. It could have been a he. I don't know. And then there was another comment that said, I'm not trying to be mean, but that the work, that slogan or whatever, does belong to someone else. Maybe you can go into your store and you can come up with something different and not saying it word for word. But this creator is taking that as being attacked and being bullied, and that she had to take the merch link out, and she's not putting it back up on her page, and that basically she's being attacked and bullied. Okay. Now, I didn't see any more comments. Could they have came in? I don't know. They could have. But those are the only two comments that I seen. Now, the one comment, they were trying to be helpful and saying, hey, pointing this out. Now, this creator said that they went to a law firm, talked to a lawyer, I guess, and they talked to him on the phone, I'm not sure. And they were told that if they looked, if it's a Google image, that it's public and they are able to use it. I don't know if that's true or not. Have no clue. I'm not an attorney. And that they were working on getting this image that they're using for their store and the wording. They were working on getting that getting it copyrighted. If I said that right, I'm not sure. But here's a problem. That image And the exact words, the whole thing, does belong to someone else. It's not just a Google image. It belongs to a business in Pennsylvania. It's a hair extension business, okay? It's an actual business that has a phone number, that has an address. So the work belongs to someone else. And you can't do that. You can't steal someone else's work and use it for your own store. So, you know, some people were just trying to help. And, you know, when you become a creator, and I said this before, you got to have a little tough skin. And people that are her friends need to let her know, need to reach out to her and say, you know, some people are not attacking you. And I know that people have tried. They have tried. Some people are just trying to help you and you're taking it the wrong way, because if you try to use this in your store, okay, you can get into some legal trouble because it belongs to someone else. They worked hard on making that image and those words, whatever, and they actually have a real store that you can go to and call. And it wouldn't be hard to come up with your own image, your own words. It wouldn't. It just might take a little bit longer to launch your store. It might just take a little bit longer. Instead of just going to Google, see, that's the problem. If you go to Google and just search an image, chances are some of those images are going to actually belong to somebody else, because it might be their store image, or it might already be, you know, a copyright image. So it wouldn't be hard, you know, just to make up your own. It just might take you a little bit longer to launch your store. But, you know, we can't expect things to happen within a couple of days. It just might take a little bit longer. That's all. That's all. Now, the other thing I'm going to discuss, and that's all I'm going to say about, well, no, the other thing that I'm going to say is, you know, the same creator was saying that people were saying that they were calling certain people to get them in trouble, okay? About income. And I'm just going to leave that, you know, I'm not going to say what income. And that's not right, okay? Nobody should be calling, trying to get people in trouble about their income that they get monthly. Because here's the thing. When you do things on YouTube, okay, or you're selling merch or whatever, it's going to be kind of hard to hide money from Uncle Sam, okay? So all that will come to light, all right? And it's really nobody's business, all right? So if people are doing things that they shouldn't be doing, and they are doing things that they're hiding things or not turning in things or whatever, they're the ones that are going to have to pay for that in the long run, right? It's nobody's business. So don't be calling, making phone calls and stuff like that. If people are doing things wrong, it will come out. And just worry about yourself. That's all I got to say about that. Nobody should be making calls into this person or that person or whatever. You know, that's going real life. You shouldn't be doing that. Like I said, if somebody's doing something wrong, it will come out. It will. Now we're going to move on to, you know, this creator as well put up something about she took her own channel down because of harassment. And I was going to talk about, and this was the one channel that she bought subs on. And she said she had over 2,000 subs when she took that down. We know that's not true. It was just a little over 1,000 subs. But she said she had over 2,000 subs. And she said she took it down because she was being harassed. Now, we know that there was a lot of bad things, bad behaviors happening on that channel. And a lot of people were reporting, because it was all over the tubes, were reporting. And she stated herself that the channel was terminated because people were reporting her. Now, the reason why I'm bringing this up, even though she's saying now that she deleted it on her own, that's not what she put out there before. She said that it was terminated. Because we have some people that are rejoicing about another creator having her channels down. Okay? And they are saying, well, she's going on this person's panel and that person's panel, and she's going against TOS because her channels are down, but yet she's going here and there, and she's not supposed to be on YouTube at all because she's been terminated. But we do know that there are a few creators that have had their channels terminated, yet they have another channel and they're on them. We know that. There's a few creators that are on YouTube. So are they going against the ban too? But yet they're talking about this other creator that is a guest. Now, I don't know the terms of service. Okay, we're going to talk about this here in a little bit. What YouTube needs to do so people can really know what their terms of service really is, because it's not spelled out for us really. I didn't see on there where it says that they cannot be a guest on somebody else's channel. So we'll talk about that in a little bit. But, you know, some people might not want to sit there and be all happy and excited about someone else not having a channel and saying that they shouldn't be allowed to be a guest anywhere because they're going against TOS when you've already had a channel taken down. So are you going against a ban as well? I don't know. Maybe YouTube, is just behind. I wouldn't sit there and be so happy about it, because channels can go down. We've seen that. So, like I said, I wouldn't sit there and say that someone's going against TOS and when we really don't know if it's against TOS, when some people are on a channel when they've already had one channel taken down. And there are a few people that we know that it's going on. They've had a channel taken down already and they're using another channel. There's a few people. I know three that are on YouTube right now that's had a channel terminated. And they're back on YouTube. So moving along, we're going to talk about children. Children being used, children being talked about on YouTube in this drama community. This is absolutely disgusting. Now, before there's my dog. He's hacking up a lung. My dog's older, so If you hear it, just go and let him go. Before anybody says anything about what I'm about to talk about, when Natasha's niece, when that journal came out, I made a video and I talked about it, and I talked about how it should have never been released. Okay? So I don't want anybody coming at me and saying, well, what about this child? Because I've already covered that. I've already stuck up for Natasha on that. I've already said that when that happened, they were not doing that to help that child. They were not doing that because they cared about that child. They did it because they don't like Natasha, period. Okay? It had nothing to do with caring about her. It should have never happened. It shouldn't have been released. Plain and simple. And here's the thing. The person that actually put it out there, okay? The person that put it out there. Why isn't there still an outrage towards that person? It seems like there's a lot of people that are buddy-buddy with this person now because they don't like the other person. They must have forgot that that was the person that actually put it out there. Now, I already said, some people are still saying, well, Natasha is the one that, showed it. And I already said, I probably wouldn't have done it. But the thing is, did she was the actual one that sent it to who she thought were her friends. And I already said in my other video that to me it sounded like she was asking, what should I do? I'm concerned about this. She thought they were her friends. She didn't know that these people were going to send it to this person or that person or whatever. All right? I already said all that. But the person that actually put it out there, yeah, we're giving that person a pass. And because that person had a falling out with somebody else, and other people had a falling out with this person, now the person that actually put it out, a lot of people are okay with the person that actually put it out because they don't like some other people. I mean, I don't even know if that made sense, but I'm sorry. People that put stuff out on children because they don't like somebody, I'm sorry. Can't associate. It's gross. It should have never happened to her niece, and I've already stated that. I've already did a video about it. If anybody wants to come at me, because like I said before, people think I'm a biased channel. And I've already said why that it should have never been put out, and how it was like victimizing her because it's already been put out of the things that she went through. So I'm going to move on from that because I've already talked about that. Now we're going to talk about what was put out by Lindsay. And I don't know too much about Lindsay, aka the DeLorean, okay? Don't watch much of her stuff. I'm just now branching out, I guess you would say. But she absolutely was ready to put information out, video out on Granny's Watching's child. She had that video ready to go when Granny's Watching was still live on her minor child. And I was watching a little bit of Granny's Watching, okay? And then I seen, I don't know if it's still up or not, I seen what the DeLorean, the video the DeLorean put out. You cannot edit and do all that stuff that she did in that short amount of time. She already had that ready to go. Had it ready to go. She was already planning on doing what she did. Now, in the email that Jessica showed, she sent that what, in the middle of the night? To Jessica Lynn? For one, I don't trust screenshots. I don't trust emails. I'm going to tell you why. I was told that you can do screenshots, that you can fake screenshots and fake emails. And I'm like, what? This was back when in the groups, right? I'm like, what? Because this was all new to me. And I was chatting with somebody in Messenger, and she's like, yeah, watch this. She goes, I can show myself chatting with myself. She showed me how people can fake screenshots and they can fake emails. So, well, when I say screenshots, what I'm saying is, you know how people will say, well, I got this, somebody sent something to me, okay, and it was from this person, and they have a profile picture there, all right? How they fake the profile picture. And it first came out on the Watts case, okay? And it was, yeah, okay. It was, this is how we found out, or how I found out that profile or things could be faked. It was supposedly a screenshot of something that Shanann said. It had her profile picture there, right? And she said something. I'm not even going to go into what supposedly it was a message that Shanann said. It was totally fake. Fake as can be. But if you looked really closely at that profile, like avatar thing, you could see it slightly off, just slightly off, but you really had to take a screenshot of it on your phone and blow it up to really look at it. I'm not even going to get into all that. So I don't trust when people say, I got proof, look at the screenshot, look at the screenshot of what this person sent me in Messenger or text or whatever. That stuff can be faked. It can. Or this alt, this came from an alt account, and they sent it to me. Yeah, well, you can send it to yourself. Okay, what proof is that? That somebody, I mean, you can make a fake account, okay, a fake email. You can use one account and send it to yourself and say somebody sent it to you. It's that easy. But supposedly somebody sent her, right, Jessica Lynn's daughter's TikTok, whatever, and she was going on about, I'm not going to get into all this stuff about why she wasn't in school. First off, it's none of her business, okay? None of her business. And that she wouldn't put the video out there. Well, she did, okay? Not even going to get into all that, because if anybody watched it, they would know what's going on. I don't even have to get into it. But here's the thing. Leave the kids alone, okay? It shouldn't have happened to Natasha's niece, all right? Shouldn't be happening to Granny's Watching's child. Lindsay, you're gross, all right? There's one thing to talk about, and I think Lindsay said, you know, something about talking about her daughter. I think something was said about, like I said, I don't know what everybody says about everything, okay? Because don't go all around like some people do. But I guess there was the ex said something that Lindsay did to the daughter or whatever, and Jessica did say that. But besides that, there's a difference between talking about how you parent a child, which I don't want to talk about, how someone is being a parent. I mean, sometimes you can tell that, if you hear children screaming in the background when someone's doing lives, or if somebody is doing lives like all day. Well, during the day if kids are in school, but if you got small children, or if they're just live and they have children, you're kind of wondering in the back of your mind if they're doing lives like 7-8 hours, or all this. You're like, when are they spending? You're thinking to yourself, when are they spending time with their children? I mean, some of us might not say it out loud, but you're wondering to yourself, when are they fixing dinner? If they're live like around dinner time and they're going like 3, 4, 5 hours, and it's like almost every night, you're kind of thinking to yourself, especially when you know that the children are not at the age of making their own dinner, you're kind of thinking to yourself, who's taking care of this child and feeding them while this parent is like doing these lives every night at dinner time, or who's helping them, maybe with their homework, or, you're thinking that to yourself, right? But it's one thing to talk about maybe, their parenting skills, and it's another to talk about someone's child directly. And totally another thing to dig into their social media account and put it out on your channel. And even if you didn't do it, even if you say you didn't dig into it yourself, but it says right on there, and we see it, that you, recorded or downloaded all of her TikTok stuff. Very creepy, okay? But even if you didn't do it yourself and someone actually sent it to you, let's talk about some morals, okay? Moral school. If someone sends you something on a child, minor child, even if you don't like their parent, if it's someone you know, all right, or someone you don't know, if you have morals, the one thing that you would do is probably get rid of it. All right? Get rid of it. Because, again, children are innocent. I don't give a shit what you think about their parents. The children are innocent. And some of y'all out here have no morals. And maybe you should think about your own children. Your own. And quit worrying about other people's children. Nothing pisses me off more than seeing these innocent children brought into this bullshit. And Lindsay, what you did was gross. It was disgusting. And anybody supporting that, I did see some comments in there, and even people that don't like grannies watching even called her out, called Lindsay out, and said how gross it was. That's what I like to see. People that do not agree with this kind of stuff are calling it out. I seen it with Natasha's niece as well. They called it out. They might not like Natasha, but they called it out. And that's what you need to see. Bad behavior being called out no matter what you think of the parent. When it's bad behavior, even if it's somebody that you're friends with, you call it out, okay? Lindsay had that video ready to go because it was all edited and all fixed up, ready to go. She didn't do that in a minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes. She released that when Granny's watching was still live. Even though she said she wasn't going to release any video or whatever. Yes, she did. She was planning on it. She did. And again, it's none of your business, none, if a child's in school or not. It's none of your business. Worry about your own children or child or whatever. Don't worry about someone else's kids. It was sick, okay? You know, I don't even know where people have time to, and if you know somebody, if somebody sent you something on somebody else's kid, maybe you should call them out too. But something tells me, supposedly it was an alt that sent it. I don't think so. Not when you said you recorded everything or whatever. I'm sorry, something tells me that you're digging into, you're digging in and you're looking for yourself. I mean, if you send an email in the middle of the night, if you got the time for that, stay up all night to go looking. So, if you think about it, you're not hurting Jessica. You hurt this child. Do you want kudos, Lindsay? Do you want you hurt what? She's almost 16 years old. You hurt this child that is already going through. I think she's going through some bullying at school. Okay, that's a real thing right now. It always has been, but we know that takes a big toll on teenagers. Do you care? Do you care about, we should all care about children, okay? No matter if they're ours or not, we should all care about children. It seems like your hands are always clean. I have seen some of your community post and like I said, I really don't know who you are, but a lot of people say you play victim and you make it all about you. It seems like you put yourself, no matter what it is, the drama isn't about you, but you make it about you, and I'm seeing that. The drama's got to be centered around you, even though it's not about you. It could be about anybody else, but you got to insert yourself. And that's what I see in the community post that you put up. And leave people's kids alone. Worry about your own. Everybody should leave the children out of it. I don't care if this person sent you this, okay? Or if you looked for it yourself. You should have never said a word. Never said a word. Ever. And you saying that you sent that email to warn Jessica Lynn? No, you didn't. No, you didn't. Because you had that video ready to go. You had it ready to go. Plain and simple. So we're going to move on from that. It was gross. You know what you did. Own it. Other people had to own their mistakes on what they did. Own it. You know what you did. You messed with a 15-year-old girl. At least apologize to her. okay? Make a public apology that you were sorry that you put that out, and move on. And leave children alone. Go back and forth. The parents can go back and forth, make jabs, okay? But leave the children alone. Get some morals. This is where some people say some should not have a platform, and I do agree. This is where some should not have a platform on YouTube. That's where I have to say I do agree. Because they're using it to weaponize, victimize children. Yeah, those people shouldn't have a platform. I do have to agree with that. So now we're going to move on to another topic, okay? And that's going to be Natasha. Now, I do feel bad. I feel bad that her channels are down, because I said before, I don't like seeing any other creators lose their channels. And then I kind of just took it back, because I said some don't deserve a channel for the reasons I just stated. And, I said in my one video that there's communities that, her community, they're hurting. And the reason why. They were used to, well, I'm not going to get into it because I already made a video about it. And I totally get it. With that said, and I do feel for Natasha, and she probably does feel very lost. She made a lot of money, I'm sure, on YouTube, and that was taken away from her. And I know a lot of people are saying that she was mass reported. We got two sides. Mass reported, taken down unjust. Other people said she did it to herself. She went against TOS, did it to herself. It's her own fault. And we do see her on YouTube a lot, with going to a lot of creators that were in support of her. She's going up on their panels. Now, she's a guest. This is where YouTube needs to have a set of rules, okay? So that people can shut up. Are you allowed to, and put it in black and white, are you allowed to sell things on YouTube? Are you allowed to sell brand name things on YouTube? All right? Because, see, they don't get their cut. They don't get their money if you're selling things on YouTube. They don't get their cut. So I do think that might have been a problem. And maybe the PayPal. I've said that before in my videos, because the word fund and fundraiser was used. Maybe they caught those words and thought, whatever. Even though I said before that her PayPals are nothing more, or they're no different than people scrolling it across their screen, right? Except she put funny names to it. No different. She might have mentioned them a lot and mentioned the percentage, and she did it differently than any other creator has done it, but in the long run, it was no different. But the wording was different, and maybe the bots or whatever caught that. So we have two sides of the fence. We have, she took it, she did it to herself. We have, she was mass reported, whatever. But YouTube needs to have it in black and white so everybody can understand. Are you allowed to sell on YouTube? Are you allowed to sell name brand stuff on YouTube? If you are terminated, all right, are you allowed to be on another channel? Are you allowed to have another channel if it was made before you were terminated. We know that you can't be on another channel if you make that channel after, okay? You're not supposed to, but we do know that there's a few out there, okay, that have made a channel after they were terminated. But they need to have that in black and white. They need to have it in black and white. Is someone allowed to be a guest if they're terminated? Are they allowed to be a guest on people's panels? I don't see where that's a problem. Why would that be a problem to be a guest? Your channel was terminated. You're not terminated. I mean, why couldn't you be a guest? Because a lot of people are saying that Natasha is putting other channels in jeopardy of losing their channels. Well, YouTube needs to put that in their TOS. I don't see it anywhere. Does anybody else see that anywhere, that it goes against TOS? That if a creator allows another creator that was terminated as a guest on their panel, that it puts their channel in jeopardy. They need to put that in black and white too. They need to put that in their terms of service, that we can see and it be plain as day, so that we know that that's a no-no, that we're not allowed to do that. That's YouTube's fault if they don't do that. But Natasha has been on YouTube all the time, okay? She has been on all these people that support her on their panels. And here's the thing, and that's just my opinion. We have a few creators that are benefiting from her being gone. They are. They have got memberships that were Natasha's subs. Okay? I have seen some creators that have, when they go live now, they have more in their chat than they ever have before. And Natasha knows this because she kind of got a little upset the other night about her subs becoming members. So some creators are benefiting from Natasha being gone. Because, like I said, her subs now don't have a place to go besides these other creators that were friends with Natasha. But here's the thing. Well, like I said, they're benefiting from it, right? They are. Financially, they are benefiting from it. But that's not really their fault, right? Because her subs, are they supposed to leave YouTube? I mean, it doesn't mean they're not going to support Natasha and that they don't support Natasha, but they have made friendships, the subs, between themselves, their community. They still want their community intact. Now, Natasha might not ever be allowed to come back to YouTube, or at least for 6 months or whatever, or however long, we don't know. She might get her channels back. She might not. But if she doesn't get her channels back, she might go on other platforms, which she has. But does that mean that her subs have to go off of YouTube? They're still going to follow her on her other platforms, but it seems like they enjoy YouTube as well. So they want to stick together as a community, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's where they form their friendships. And of course, they're going to have their memberships. They're going to sub, and they're going to do their memberships to the people that support Natasha, because they they enjoy the content, and they enjoy now the creators that are supporting her. So they are, that's where their money is going. And they don't want to leave YouTube. And Natasha can't expect them to leave YouTube and not support these other creators now. And I think, in my opinion, that is upsetting Natasha. I've seen it. And I understand she's going through a lot with losing her channels and stuff. But I am seeing somebody that when she does go on panel, and this is my opinion, she goes on these people's panels and she's taken over. All right. And the creators are allowing her to do it. They're giving her a voice, but she literally takes their panel over as her own. And some of the creators, I've noticed, they are going live a lot more than they ever did, because they are getting a bigger audience. They got more members in there. They're getting more super chats. They are letting Natasha's PayPal, whatever app, or PayPal, her Venmo, whatever, fly across their screen, and they are supporting her 100%. And I'm seeing a very ungrateful Natasha. Now, I get it. She's upset. Okay? I get it. It's like losing a job. Okay? A lot of people have got fired from their jobs. Okay? It's very upsetting, especially if it's a job that you absolutely loved. Has anybody loved a job out there, their dream job, and they either got laid off or they got fired, or something happened and they couldn't physically work that job anymore and they had to quit? It's happened, right? And you couldn't go back. But Natasha keeps coming back. And the thing is she almost daily is on YouTube, on someone else's platform, and they're allowing her to be there. And as of right now, we really don't know if she is jeopardizing their channel. I personally don't think that it should. I don't think it would be right if YouTube said that it would jeopardize anybody's channel. I think that's stupid. That's just my opinion. I think it would be stupid that allowing a guest on their panel would jeopardize their channel. That's just my opinion. But I feel like she's being ungrateful, because I've seen already twice where she's gotten mad and just dropped off. They're talking, they're chatting, and she's just got mad and dropped off. And then she's come back up. Well, I got mad. I mean, and she's taken over the whole, like it's her channel. And she's telling, get out of here. You know, and I know trolls are coming in, but if somebody says something, just get out of here. You know, in the chat. Just leave. Get out of here. You know, yelling at people. And this is not her channel. That's the thing. It's not her channel. It's somebody else's, and they're allowing her to use their platform to say what she has to say. And she even made it clear on one creator's, well, you're getting a lot of memberships. And this creator was happy that she was getting memberships because they are Natasha supporters. And then she's getting upset that some people that supported her, mods or whatever, made their own channel. And I guess one channel or one mod or whatever, the channel was supposed to be in support of Natasha, and she decided she wanted to do a different direction. Okay, wanted the channel to go in a different direction. And Natasha felt that she needed to come and talk to her about it first, to let her know that she was going to change her channel and make it into a different, you know, change the direction of her channel. She is a grown woman. She did not, it's her own channel. She did not have to come to Natasha and say, hey, Um, I'm not going to do my channel about drama or support or whatever. I'm going to do it about something different. But Natasha, in my opinion, feels like the subs are hers. They're hers. I kind of get it because she built her channels and they were her subs. But it feels like to me like she feels like they're hers and only hers. But some people now, they still support her. They're going to follow her wherever she goes, but they're kind of branching out now. Maybe some want to do their own thing. They're not going to turn their back on Natasha, but they're wanting to do their own thing. And these other bigger creators, I want to say bigger creators, we know what, I think you know what I'm talking about. They support Natasha, but they want to stay in their community, and they're giving their money to them too. And Natasha, I think, is feeling betrayed. But again, are all these subs supposed to go off of YouTube? Are they just supposed to give up YouTube and just stay on Facebook now and Patreon? Because Twitch is gone for a few more days or whatever, because she got banned from Twitch for 7 days. And these subs are making friends with these other people in these other communities that are now supporting Natasha. It's not fair to them. I mean, I get it. Their whole community got ripped apart with Natasha going down. Okay? But some people are wanting to, like I said, branch out. Branch out. But they want to still stick together as a community. But their creator is not on YouTube on her own channel anymore. So everything's kind of in limbo for them. Okay? They're in limbo. They still support their creator. That is completely clear. But I feel like she has taken over, and when she is not happy, she drops off, gets everybody upset. I heard one creator crying, okay, when they have been nothing but supportive, giving her their own super chats, their own money. And a lot of other creators that talked about Natasha are moving on. But Natasha thinks that they're all still talking about her. There's other drama going on right now that has nothing to do with Natasha. I don't know if Natasha knows that or not. But right now, the drama isn't surrounded by Natasha. There's a few creators that might be talking about her, but the drama has been kind of not really about her right now, or about her channels or anything like that. It's kind of moved on to something else. And I was watching a little bit, just a little, on Dorothy's channel, and I know Dorothy put up that her puppy died. And I'm very sorry about Dorothy's puppy. I mean, I'm an animal lover, and that was sad. And that had to been hard for her child to find out the news. And also, Dorothy has put out that she's having a medical procedure done. And I don't know if she's like me. I am scared to death of any medical procedures. Okay? I'm like a nervous wreck when it comes to that. And Natasha, I didn't watch it all, but so this is hearsay. Okay? And I don't like doing hearsay. But I am going to do this one hearsay. People said that Natasha did not even say, I'm sorry for your loss on your pet. And she did not even wish Dorothy any, I hope everything goes well with your procedure. Okay? It was all about me, 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 me. on Dorothy's own channel. Okay? That's wrong. I mean, I get it. You know, you're going through a hard time right now, but these people are giving you a platform that you wouldn't have. They are giving you, scrolling your, I guess they were doing funds as well, right? And scrolling your PayPal and everything else across, letting you upset people in chat because, you know, you still get upset and scream or yell or whatever, dropping off a panel, not even saying goodbye or anything, just getting mad and dropping off, kind of throwing a little tantrum. But knowing that she just lost, I mean, a lot of people out there, you know, their pets are like their family. I know mine are. As much as they kind of drive me nuts, they're like my children. Never, not even a condolence. I'm sorry that you lost your pet, and I hope everything goes well with this procedure that you're having. It was just nothing about me, 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 me. I lost this, I lost that, and you know, these people that I thought were my friends are starting channels and this and that. I mean, it only would have taken just a few minutes to say this, and this is where people don't open their eyes. Now, like I said, that's hearsay because I didn't watch all of it, just a little bit. I can't get through all those videos, sorry. So that's just hearsay. That there was no condolences at all. There was no well wishes, prayers. You know, I hope everything goes okay with what you have coming, you know. It's all about me. And these people, like I said, are giving her a platform almost on a daily, several people, to where, in my opinion, it sounds like she's taken over the channels completely. That's just my opinion. And when you have a creator that is absolutely in tears because you can tell that she is very heartbroken that this has happened to Natasha, and they are doing everything in their power. They are spending hours and hours and hours of their own time doing everything to get Natasha's channels back. You would think there would be more of an appreciation instead of tantrums. And like I said, I get the being upset, okay? I get that 100%. And I've heard Natasha also say that I really appreciate all you guys. I've heard that. I've heard that too. But words are only words, okay? It's actions that matter. And like I said, some people might be branching out, you know. Natasha might not be able to come back on YouTube. And if she's not, then her community, they still want to stick together. There's nothing wrong with that. And if they do have these creators that still support Natasha, and her community is still going to support Natasha. And if she goes on other platforms or say on Facebook, they're still going to support her there. But they do have a place to go with these other creators. Okay? And they should be allowed to do that. I don't see them going to the, quote, haters. That isn't going to happen. So, with that, I'm going to go. The main point, I covered a few topics here, but the main one is leave our kids alone. Okay? Leave the children alone. Worry about your own children. Everybody, worry about your own. Take care of your own. All right? Or work harder at being a better parent to your own. And quit digging into other children's social media. And that's another thing too. You know, we're in I seen comments about, what is your child, teenager, have social media? Like, are you kidding me? I mean, I had Facebook. Shoot, I remember I had a MySpace, and then I got my Facebook, I think 2009. I'm on Facebook all the time. My whole family's on Facebook. Um, but kids, especially teenagers, they are on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. I can't even name all of them, all right? They're on social media. We are in different times now, okay? Yes, they need to be locked down. Everybody lock down your social media, because you got crazies out there, like, you know who. Many like that are getting into children's social media and getting crap out of it so they can victimize them like they just did. All right? Teenagers, I don't know a teenager right now that does not have some sort of social media, TikTok, Instagram, um, whatever, Facebook. Most of them do the TikTok now, and I don't know what else there is out there. But to say that comment is absolutely ridiculous, because most teenagers are out there on social media. Okay? So parents, we have to make sure that our children's, I mean, my kids are grown, but I do have grandchildren. We have to make sure that it is locked down tight, like Fort Knox, because of crazies out there that want to dig in. And even our own social media, uh, lock it down, because this is absolutely ridiculous. Leave the kids alone. And if someone sends you something on someone's child, call them out, all right? And then get rid of it. Don't save it to, well, in case I have a falling out with this person, or, I don't like this person, so I'm going to use it. I'm going to hold on to it, and then maybe use it a little bit later against them. You're sick if you do that. There's something wrong with you. When it comes to kids, they're innocent, all right? And especially the mothers out there that are doing this. I mean, you have your own children. Why would you do this to another mother? Oh my gosh. No morals. None. I'm going to go, because, I mean, that was the main thing I wanted to talk about, is the gross, disgusting things, the level. You said you weren't going to stoop to that level. You did. Below. Okay? I mean, how low can you go? How low? Everyone have a great evening. Hopefully it'll stop. It won't. Hopefully it'll stop. But those are people that should not have a platform. When you are going to go after children, you shouldn't have a platform. But everyone have a great night, and we'll catch you again.